That's right. You're good? Tom, you good?
I'm good.
Okay. Exciting weekend. You know, senior weekend is always fun. We hope, you know, each year to do a little something special for one, if not all of the seniors. I remember in 2009, Megan Simons got to serve for the first time in her collegiate career. I had promised her at the beginning of the year that on senior night I'd give her a chance, and I forgot all year long, and she reminded me on senior day. So we were able to pull that off. This year, the little something special was to try and get Nicole Staverman some attacking. Nicole was a terrific club and high school attacker, and just, you know, at the collegiate level, she wanted to be somewhere where she'd potentially be a DS, wanted to play at the highest level possible, and she hits in practice sometimes. She'll imitate small opponent outside hitters that we might have when we play 3s and 4s. We let her attack out of the front row when some of our bigs are attacking out of the back, and she's a really, really good attacker. You know, obviously not a very big blocker at all of 5'8" or whatever she is. So we got to squeeze that in at the end of set 2 against Akron, which was a lot of fun for our team. But overall on the weekend, just a great experience. You know, our seniors are just two terrific kids who have had a whole lot of success here, and that you know, I'm extremely proud of. What a terrific twosome those two have been. They've been roommates all 4 years, and are very, very good friends. And shockingly enough, I don't think they could be any more different. Although they're probably becoming more and more similar now as they're approaching the end of their careers and ready to go be adults in the real world. On the weekend, in terms of volleyball, you know, I thought it was nice to go 3-0 going into the conference tournament. Maybe it helps our health a little bit as we approach the conference tournament. We had to come back in 3 of the sets to win. I think we were down 5 points to Akron twice. I think we were down 7 points to Buffalo in the 3rd set, and came back and got those wins. You never really want to be in a position where you're behind, but to see us scrape back and fight back, get a couple of blocks, maybe a couple of block touches, and spin them for kills, you know, I was proud of our team for that. Again, we're not putting ourselves in position each game, you know, to pull away and beat people by a lot of points. And I don't foresee that changing this week. You know, I would have liked to have seen us get better and better at that throughout the year. But it's been a different year, you know, with 3 freshmen playing all 6 rotations and a sophomore libero playing all 6 rotations. It's, you know, we've been learning as we've gone. And so as we approach the conference tournament, the one thing we know is we're a tough team to beat 3 times on a given day. To win 3 sets against us isn't easy. We're 7-1 in 5-game matches, which I really like the character of our team in that respect. The only match we did lose in 5 was the first match of the year against Tennessee at Tennessee. So, you know, if we can play well at times, get ahead, close the door in some matches, maybe steal a game here and there, you know, I like our chances in the conference tournament. We got Miami first. It's always tough, really tough to beat a team 3 times, especially when they're probably your biggest rival. And so Miami has won 6 in a row, and will be an extremely and playing very well. Beat Western Michigan, who was tied for us with the 2 seed at the time. And so Miami is playing by far their best ball of the season, and they're your rivals. So it's an extremely difficult challenge for us in the quarters, and hopefully we can advance and keep pushing along. You know, you need 3 good days to win this thing, but it all starts on Friday. You got to get that one first.
So what do you think it'll be like for the freshmen with their first experience, like in college, kind of in the do or die situation?
You know, I don't know. I don't know how they'll respond. You know, I know Kelly Lamberti has been in a lot of big matches in her career, from national championships at the open level to state championships at the high school level. I don't foresee the big game being an issue for her at all. I think she's been playing well in big games all year. And then Chelsea and Bailey, I think, have learned throughout the course of a year what big games means. They've made some mistakes. They've gotten better. And you know, we'll see how it goes. You know, you never know what's going to emerge in a conference tournament. You know, last year, Mandy Nichols was probably a under 200 hitting percentage hitter and erupted and was all tournament team as we won it last year. Lexi Hartnett also exploded last year with almost 2 blocks a game. Katie, of course, led the tournament in blocks per game. So something typically has to go better than normal to have a chance to win it. We've been fortunate to have that happen every year.
So what do you think it'll be like at the new location? Any changes or not really huge deal?
Well, I don't know. I haven't been in it yet. I've heard the facilities and everything are marvelous. I've heard they're looking to take really good care of us. It'll be a little tricky with the hotels 20 minutes away, but we'll figure it out and make it work. It's new to everyone, which is nice. Not just us. I don't know if anybody's been able to pull off and get a practice up there or anything, but I doubt it. I do know that I like the idea of neutral. We've played well on neutral courts this year, and our freshmen played an entire club season just last spring and into the summer in neutral convention center type buildings with pull-out bleachers here and there, and so I don't think it'll be uncomfortable for anyone.
You guys, since you're at the 2 seed, you're now playing at 7 o'clock at night. The last game on the slate, would you have rather played an earlier late game? Because you kind of got to wait around a little bit more.
We'll definitely be antsy. So will both teams. There's 3 matches before us that you're watching and peeking your head on. All you want to do is get your game out of the way. But we examine this every year as a conference, and I've brought up, I think on multiple occasions, we've been the 2 seed 3 times in my 4 years, and I think the 2 seed has a disadvantage to the 3, just in terms of scheduling, pure scheduling. The 6 could upset the 3. Last year, instead of playing the 3, we played, I think, like the 11, who knocked off the 6. So, there's no real perfect way to do it. Somebody's always going to have a longer break. Because you can't play back-to-back against the same team. When you lose, you're done. There's never a perfect way to do it. It used to be back in the day the 1 seed played that 7 p.m. match as a highlight to try and get more fans. The 1 seed, the consensus among the conference was that 1 seed is at a disadvantage for playing that late-night game. But right now, we worry about 1 win at a time, and we've got to get Miami before we even worry about recovery, and that's going to be a really tough test.
And there are a few interesting matchups that were able to get paired up. Eastern Michigan playing Ball State in the morning, who they beat twice this year already, kind of upset them. Bowling Green, who took Northern Illinois, almost beat them.
Yeah, in back-to-back weeks. So Eastern and Ball State are playing in a back-to-back week setting. BG and Northern are playing in back-to-back matches. I'm trying to think of the other ones. Interestingly enough, Eastern has beat Ball State both times. We've beat Miami both times. Bit of rivalries there. Again, tough to beat a team 3 times. Central and Western has beat them twice, and they have a huge rivalry between the 2 of them. I have no idea. I would think that there is a good chance for upsets all over the board, the way this conference has gone, especially the last 2 weeks. And certainly Miami's thinking the exact same thing, that an upset is very likely on us, and we'll just do everything we can to just take care of our part. I don't know who will play. If we advance, I don't know who will play first, second round. I don't know who will play in the final if we can get there. Well, who knows? It's a different story every year. Last year, the 1 seed got knocked out in the first round. So you never know what you're going to get when you show up. Hopefully you play good 3 days in a row, play well.
What did you tell the team about balancing finals in the tournament?
Well, we have an extremely gifted group academically, and our team GPA is a 3.7 and has stayed there the last 2 years. In the locker room, I said our week of preparation starts Sunday, and on Sunday I want you all to sit down and make a calendar of when you're going to study, when you're going to sleep. And as much as I stress academics to our team, the one point I wanted to make to them was, in the grand scheme of things, if you're a 3.7 student, these finals may not be worth cramming and only getting 3 hours of sleep this week. Cramming doesn't seem to help. At least I think studies have shown that over the last 100 years that they've been doing cramming studies. But it's important that they get rest, they make a disciplined schedule, they follow it, and are ready to go for the conference tournament. And they've done a pretty good job of that. We give them opportunities. We practice in the middle of the day on Wednesday to give them opportunities to take finals, and then Thursday we leave 10. I think 6 of them are taking an 8 a.m. final. So, and then we go without practicing. We head up there. So it's we try and do our part as a coaching staff to give them the opportunity to do well academically, and we just ask that they get good rest in preparation for the tournament.
Okay.
All right. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.